Welcome to using the Excel sum function. The sum function totals the values in one or more ranges on a worksheet or a workbook. The range can be on the sheet the function appears on, or it can be on another sheet. If the function references cells on another sheet, it's called a three-dimensional reference. The format for the sum function is equals, and then the name of the function, which is sum, an opening left parentheses, the range you wish to total, and then a closing parentheses. If you're totaling more than one range, you can separate the individual ranges with a comma, such as equals sum, opening left parentheses, range 1, comma, range 2, closing parentheses. In this way, you can add as many ranges as you want to total as many separate values as you need. Let's see how to use the sum function now inside of Excel. The format for the sum function is very simple. It simply equals sum, a left parentheses, the range of cells you wish to total, and then a closing right parentheses. You're going to notice that format in several functions that we look at. Some people call this basic function syntax. An equal sign, followed by the name of the function, a left parentheses, and then the range that you want the function to act on. Both parts of the equation are essential. The function name tells Excel what to do, whereas the range tells Excel what that function should act on. Let's go ahead and enter the first sum function in by clicking in cell E4 and then typing an equal sign to begin the equation, and then sum, the name of the function, and a parentheses. I'm then going to go ahead and type the range in. In this case, I'm going to begin the range at B4. Then I'm going to type a colon and type the last cell in, which in this case is D4. You're going to notice that those cell references are highlighted in a particular color. In this case, they're highlighted in blue. You'll also notice that the cell range that those references refer to is highlighted in the same color, in this case that blue. And that gives you a visual clue as far as what you're actually going to total. I'll now close my parentheses and hit enter, and I get the total for that cell. Now let's go ahead and total the January sales. I'll click here on B9 and type in equals sum, parentheses, and I could type in the reference in. Now another way of entering the references in, or the range in, is simply to highlight. I'm going to point at cell B4, press and hold, and drag down, just like I was highlighting, and you'll see now that the same range that I highlighted has been inserted as the reference in the formula. I can close my parentheses and hit enter, and I then get the total for January. Now, in order to fill in these formulas into the cells adjacent to them, all you have to do is click on the cell and then point in the lower right hand corner. You're going to notice that there's a square black dot in the lower right hand corner. And when you point at it, your cursor is going to change from the normal thick plus sign you see here into a skinny plus sign. And there I go. I see my skinny plus sign. I can now press and hold and drag down, and you're going to notice a gray outline follow me down. Whichever cells are enclosed by the gray outline, when I release, will have that formula placed inside of them. I can do the same thing for the columns. I'll click in cell B9, point in the lower right hand corner, press and hold and drag over. And now I have the totals for each one of my columns. Now in this example, we were using the sum function just to total a single range of cells. In the first example, the range of cells was B4 to D4. But the sum function can also be used to total multiple ranges of cells. In this example, you'll see where we're adding up two columns of information. In column B, we have the sales for 2008, And in column D, we have the sales for 2009. So we need to total B2 to B6 and D2 to D6. You can see the format for doing a multi-range sum right down here. Again, we begin with an equal sign, and then the name of the function, which is sum, and an opening parentheses. Only instead of just having one range, we have multiple ranges. And you can separate those ranges with a comma. We're going to place the total here in cell B9. And I've already entered this function in, so when I double click on it, you can see it's highlighting B2 to B6, and there's that range, and then a comma and D2 to D6. And again, you'll see the green highlight around both the range and the cells. So the comma allows me to enter in multiple ranges and total them into one value. If you'd like to download the workbook used in this exercise, or for more video tutorials and help, visit learnexcelfunctions.com.